Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Ultimate Riders Series Deadpool and Vespa box set review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This runs for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
A lot going on the back of this box, but I'm not going to spend time reviewing the box. There's a couple of pictures of the other pack-ins in here. There is a picture of the Professor X. On the side, you got some pretty cool artwork of Deadpool, Dogpool, Squirrelpool, and I believe it's the same thing on both sides, yes. Alright, so I want to just take a real casual, laid-back look at this set. I didn't want to do anything too structured. I wanted to actually do some things different. Because I know there's a couple of reviews out there, but I wanted to do some stuff that I don't think any other reviewers have done. I wanted to compare this release to the import Deadpool and Vespa that I have. So I have the Figma Deluxe Deadpool, and then I have a Vespa that I got through Japan, and obviously I had to buy those things separately through Japan, but you get everything in one pack here. With the Marvel Legends release. So I wanted to see what type of bang you get for your buck with all of this stuff. You know, you got the Vespa, you got Dogpool and Squirrelpool, and then you get the Bob head, and you can pair that up with a Hydra body that you already have. Real quick, I'll read you the little bio. I guess this is on the back here. There's a little postcard in the upper left-hand corner of the box, and it says, "Vroom vroom, baby. It is I, Deadpool, and my merry horde of fluffy-tailed friends. All aboard, dirty-pawed brethren. It's ride off into the sunset time." Alright, so there's that. Like I said, I'm just doing this casually. I'm not going to be doing a lot of cutting and editing. But this is everything laid out. You got the two mirrors. Looks like these are the sheaths, and they are warped out of the package. Definitely going to have to apply a little hot water and some cold water to get these correct. But there's that, and there's a horn, and Squirrelpool, Dogpool. To my surprise, there's actually some articulation here on this dog. Focus. So you can actually turn him at the lower waist, and his head turns as well. And it's actually a decent paint job on this guy. It's not bad. Soft plastic for the paws and for the tail, so you could kind of manipulate that a little bit, but it's not really articulated. But I was surprised that it wasn't a complete statue. Oh, wait a minute. It moves here too, so I'm seeing this for the first time, obviously. So his legs move right here at the bend of the, would you call that an elbow on the dog? I don't know. But there is some articulation there, and there's some articulation on the little squirrel dude as well. His head turns, and his little sword and harness is a very soft plastic, so you need to be careful with that. And decent paint as far as the mask is concerned. I think that the actual fur here could have actually used a little more shading. I wish this thing would focus right. Yeah, the fur could have used a bit more shading and what have you, but it's not bad. He's got this peg here, which is sort of an eyesore, but it's like that, so you can plug him right into the back of Dogpool when you get them on the Vespa, so we'll get that going shortly. I'm honestly not even sure if I have these on properly, but they do peg into this harness with no issue. This kind of look for Deadpool with this harness is one that we've needed a redo on for a while. Hasbro had put out a version during the return of Marvel Legends, if I'm not mistaken, that the proportions were just terrible. They just weren't good. So obviously using one of their go-to bucks here, this looks much better. This head sculpt is totally new. I don't like these swords. I don't like the gold. That's just dumb. I don't like it at all. So I'll be swapping these out for just, you know, a regular silver bladed sword. We've been getting these same swords for like 10 plus years. But Deadpool looks pretty good. New head sculpt. Looks like his eyes are wide open. I guess that's gonna go well when you have him on the Vespa and riding. I'd like to see how some swaps with different heads may look here, but these shin guards look like they may be new, or maybe it's just the same ones that we got previously, just painted a little different. This knife we originally got with the Bucky Cap figure, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this is new because the way the knife kind of snaps in there, I don't really remember that before in any other previous Deadpool. But this Deadpool looks good. It's a solid figure, I think. I will say though, I do feel a little spoiled being that they put out the Deadpool and the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure wave that had those butterfly joints, and now I want every Deadpool to have butterfly joints. But head is on a ball joint. It'll look up, down, left to right, get a little bit of a pivot, do a full 360. Shoulders, they go up easy. To my surprise, these are not like snapping like on some of the other molds. It doesn't really sound as ratcheted. You can hear it a little bit, but it's not really snapping, and the arms are coming up easy. Double jointed elbow, swivel, and a hinge on the wrist. You get a decent ab crunch, but obviously when you do that, it's messing up the harness a little bit. You can go back a bit, T-joint at the pelvis. Legs gonna come out that far. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. You get a swivel at the top of the shin guard. You get a hinge, a pivot, and you can rotate on the foot as well. So there's all the articulation for Deadpool. And just taking a close look at the Vespa, the issues that I have with this are the same issues that I've had with the other vehicles in the Rider series. It's just that there's really no detailing or anything like that. Obviously you do get some stickers that I totally forgot to break out. I'll break them out in 1 second. They're in a box somewhere, I guess. But yeah, there's not just really not much detail. You definitely may want to take to this with a dry brush and just give it a little detailing. But I do like the design. One thing that I do not like, and that I saw from Jump that I don't like, is this really extravagant, exaggerated exhaust pipe. It looks like it's pegged in here. You might be able to actually just pull that off. I'm not going to do that right this moment, but kickstand works with no issue. The wheels actually feel like rubber, so that's cool. I'd like to see how he sits on there, if you can get his butt flush with the seat. Little Deadpool logo in the front here. You know, it's not bad looking. Like I said, it just needs a little detailing. Let me get these mirrors and this horn on. Geez, getting these mirrors in was a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that. I won't be pulling these out again, but yeah, the detail here is just not here. You know, that's all it needed was some detail. It's funny, the pictures on the box look all nice and detailed, and you know, they photoshopping the shit out of that, I guess. But here's the stickers. See that? Mercs for money, how's my driving, Bob equals BFF. Save the Rhinos, that's pretty funny. X-Men, McCoy, Manure Co. Pineapple Surprise, Dogpool on board, Dupe was right, Smile, Deadpool, and the rainbow colors, and then some other stickers. I break for tacos, little Deadpool shit symbol, some different X logos, radiation, bullet holes, scratches, Deadpool and family. I guess. Okay, stick figures of Deadpool, Dogpool, and Squirrelpool, and Headpool. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you can customize this bike as you see fit. That is a major plus for this thing. Definitely adds some fun factor. You know, that's really cool. Even for younger collectors, obviously, something you could do with younger son or daughter or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Let's get all of these guys on here, see how that looks. Like with any of the riders that we received so far, you definitely got to work a little bit to kind of get his butt to be flush with the seat. It's not really flush right now, but I do like the fact that his feet peg in really tightly here. So, you know, he's got some peg holes on the bottom of his feet, and it definitely looks good from the front. Definitely like the way that looks. He fits on there pretty well. Now, Dogpool, Squirrelpool can just be pegged in here. There's a peg right where his shitter should be, I guess. And then you could just kind of peg him on a seat. See if that works. And have him hold on. Alright, so that's pretty wacky and zany. I would actually really work with this more to get everything to my liking. But for the sake of this, I'm going to just keep it moving. I didn't put the horn on. I saw on the package they had the horn on either side, so you can put it on either side. I'll get it on there. Let me break out a Hydra body. Get this head on Bob. This is one of the newer Hydra bodies that have the symbol on both shoulders, and that looks good. The greens don't actually match up exactly, believe it or not, but it looks good. You can see a little bit of bleed there on the side of his mask, but his teeth are white and looks good. That smile looks good. Going to be a lot of little funny displays that you can do, having him out of formation with all of the other stone-faced agents, having his big smile. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And just so you can see how he stacks up with some recent Deadpools, I'm not going to break out the really older Deadpools that are just trashed down. There's really no point in comparing them, but this is the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool. You can see how much different the heads are. In fact, the head on this newer Ultimate Riders Deadpool is a little larger. It's actually a little elongated. It's kind of a funny shape. It's kind of a funny sculpt. Yeah, that's how he looks with the Sasquatch head on there. It doesn't really pop on there, but it can sit on there. It actually doesn't look that bad. There's that. And then there's the Ultimate Rider's head on the Sasquatch body. Which looks a little weird. I don't like that really. And there's the Sauron Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool with the half mask, and he's smiling. And the reds here don't really match up. Again, this red on the Sauron Build-A-Figure Wave DP is a little more vibrant. I think you could probably fudge the heads though, swapping the heads. See how that goes. And it should be noted that you could clearly see that his mouth is open here, but that works. It's not terrible. You know, the paint is not too far off. So I assume this will work too. If it can actually pop on there, that'd be good. Yeah. So that works too. And here he is stacked up with the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool. And again, reds don't really match up. The masks don't match up, but I suppose you could do a swap. Let's see real quick what that looks like. Dogpool hanging out on the Vespa back there. So there's that. And if you know, if the reds matched up, that'd be okay, because I do like the shape and the design of this one better than a newer one, honestly. But I get it. Like I said, his mouth is open on this and his eyes are wide, so it makes sense for riding. Somebody had pointed that out about the Wolverine rider when I said I didn't really like that face, but it does look like he's, you know, the wind's hitting him on that particular version too. So, but there's that. And I got one more thing here. The fully unmasked head from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave DP. Alright, so like I promised, I broke out the Figma Deluxe Deadpool here and the Vespa that I purchased to pair up with that particular Deadpool. And you can see how these two stack up. I'll give you a close look at everything shortly, but I just wanted to kind of talk about collectors and collecting and a different type of collectors. I mean, obviously, like I said, Marvel Legends is the more economical option here. You get everything in one pack here for about 40 bucks. Now, this Figma Deadpool was the deluxe version, which cost it was still about 100 bucks or almost 100 bucks, I guess, even directly from Japan. Trying to get this guy now, you could probably only find the regular version domestically, and that'll cost you about 90 bucks, almost 100 bucks. You'd probably have to go online to find the deluxe version now, and on the secondary it's pretty expensive. Surprisingly, this Vespa only cost me like 14 or 15 bucks from Japan, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see, I'll show you the actual company too. It's NewRay there. So if you could find that on one of these Japanese websites, then you can get that to pair up with your import figure. You know, I like to collect some import stuff, some domestic stuff, and I usually keep things contained to any one line or one particular type of figure. So I wouldn't necessarily display my Figma Deadpool with Marvel Legends. I'd, you know, use other Figma figures, or at the very least SH Figure Arts or whatever, because they have a certain style to them. I try to keep things kind of streamlined and don't kind of mix up too many styles. Certain artists work well with certain painters, and you know, I think about that stuff as I'm doing my A.C.B.A. and doing my art, you know. But yeah, this Vespa is really, really nice. It's a little more fragile than a Marvel Legends version, but as you can see, it's a really nice shiny cherry red, and I thought that it paired up really nicely with Deadpool. But this Deadpool was very small and slender, especially in comparison to the Marvel Legends version. And a lot of people said that he looked kind of feminine, which is true. It's a weird sort of sculpt, but I do like it. I do like it for pairing it with other imports or what have you. It all depends on your budget and what you can afford and what type of collector you are. It's not absolutely necessary for you to go through all of this with the import version if you are more on a Marvel Legends budget, you know? But yeah, let me get both of these actually on a Vespa and show you how that looks too. Alright, I got both of them on there. It should be noted that the Figma deluxe version comes with a couple of legs and like a crotch part you could swap out to make it look like he's got his boxer shorts on. So that's cool. But you know, as far as the Legends version go, you gotta buy a whole another figure in order to do that, which I don't really have an issue with, because honestly, swapping out those legs and stuff on Deadpool is kind of a pain in the ass. And you know, you gotta be a little more delicate with the import stuff. But here's a look at the import Deadpool on a Vespa. He's sitting flush though. Everything looks really good, looks clean. You know, I think that's a perfect match, if I do say so myself, as far as matching that figure with the Vespa, even though they weren't really meant to be like that. It just worked out well. But the Legends version is just fine. It's just as good in my opinion. You know, when I do reviews of certain figures, I judge them on their own merit. Like, you know, I don't really if I say a legend is a 8 or a 9, you know, that's for Marvel Legends standard. It's not going to really be able to stack up next to a Mezco or something like that. So, you know, for Marvel Legends standards, this is pretty damn cool, and it's definitely worth $40. And for import standards, this might actually be a little overpriced, honestly. But, you know, if you really want a more sort of clean look on your figure, then maybe you might want to go on the import side of things. But you know, Legends is still by far my favorite line. There's no question about that. No doubt about it, this is a fun set. Big Bad Toy Store has this listed for about $44.99. You can actually get each set individually, this one or the Professor X, or you can buy the two together. I suspect that once it comes out at regular retail, it'll be about $39.99. I'm sure Amazon and other places will have it discounted after some time, so I wouldn't go crazy trying to get it. I got this a little early through Canada, and I know a few other reviewers got it through Canada or through Entertainment Earth, who I guess accidentally, quotation marks, released some a little early. But the actual release date is March, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that at some point they're going to release Kidpool and the other blue dude, and we'll have the opportunity to complete our Deadpool core, so that'll definitely add a little more fun factor and playability to this particular Deadpool. But all of the options with swapping and doing your own little paint jobs and customizing the Vespa is really cool, man. Legends has definitely been pushing the envelope with what you can do on your own as far as customization and kit bashing and all of that good stuff. So no question, this is one that I would recommend. It beats going all over the place for import version and buying the Vespa separate and all of that. You know, you definitely get some bang for your buck here. So as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
That's crispy.